Welcome back. This is SeeWing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. If you're hearing me for the first time, I have two specialty, which I do. I am a co-living rent by the room investment expert. Uh, I don't like to use the word expert. It's kind of a it's an overused terminology. It's quite hard to be an expert. But I'm also a government VA foreclosure consultant as well. I'll defer the word expert. But those two things that I do, right? This is my niche. Okay. So all right. So I'm going to show you if you are a real estate investor, if you have at least 2 years of investment property experience, if you own a rental property for at least two years, at least two out of the last 5 years. But it would be nice if you own at least one rental property for the past 2 years, and you will qualify for this unique real estate investment program. This program is gonna save you lots of money, lots of headache. It's something that are not being taught in the mainstream media in the real estate investing world. It's okay. I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. It's a U.S. government foreclosures, Veteran Administration. All right, so just keep an open mind. So this is a U.S. government foreclosures, 5% down, no PMI. If you are any real estate investor out there, wherever you're located in the country. So here it is, the best kept secret in real estate. How veterans back VA, Veteran Department of the Veteran Affairs, VA foreclosures, let you buy rental property with just 5% down. All right. So just so you know, I'm the founder of Yee Real Estate Network, and I'm retired U.S. Army. I retired from the U.S. Army in 2002. We're talking 24 years ago. I retired. So I have purchased a number of rental properties with 0% down VA loan. Okay. As a veteran, you can, anyway, it's a house hack. In case you don't know what house hack is, just do a Google search or ChatGPT, whatever AI research. All right. So I've done a lot of, and I own a lot of properties over the years, over the past 20 something years, and I have coached hundreds of investors, turnkey, mom and pop risk investors all over the country for the past more than 3 decades. Okay, to buy out of state turnkey cash flow new construction properties in the best markets in the country, Sunbelt markets, path of growth, and we have property management, and we vetted all those systems to in throughout the various markets in the country. So I know many markets in the U.S. All right, so today I'm gonna talk about VA foreclosures. All right, so I'm gonna fast forward a lot of the screenshot, right? You can pause the screenshot on your own when you replay the videos, so you can dive deeper. So I have a lot of slides to show. So again, I'm the country's leading expert. I don't know who else does this. Got this, okay? It's a government VA, Department of Veterans Affairs, foreclosure investing, a niche most agents, investors never see, okay? So as you can see, this is my background. Been doing it for a very, very long time, government foreclosures in many parts of the housing markets in the country. I'm very much aware. I've helped a lot of investors to buy VA foreclosures in the past 20 something years. And this is my picture more than 40 years ago when I was active duty Army. Finance is my specialist. Okay, that was my job. All right, so I travel all over the country, all over the world, 50 countries during active duty and after when I retire. And I continue to travel pretty much full time all over the world, my wife and I. So we're enjoying a semi-retirement lifestyle, and while I squeeze in my investment experience to help many investors. So let's see, single family homes, up to fourplex. That is my wheelhouse. High cash flow. Right now, it's a renters nation. So VA foreclosures, okay, they are hidden in plain sight. They are owner-occupied homes originally purchased by U.S. military veterans throughout the Department of Veterans Affairs. Like I said, often with a 0% down payment. By the way, like I said, I purchased many, around 5 primary homes, mostly in California, Hawaii, and Florida, with VA loans 0% down over the past 30 years. Okay, all right. So active duty, retired, and veteran service members can face financial hardship like anyone else. So when a VA-backed loan goes into default, VA foreclosures occurs, right? So that's what's happening right now. Okay, now right now there's a historic window. Okay, historic window where you can take advantage of these great deals. You can save a lot of money up front. You can, I'll help you go through the process A to Z. Wherever you live in the country, we can do this long distance, and you're going to thank me for it. Not very long if we work together. If there's a big if. All right. So historic window for government VA foreclosures. There's a lot of during the past few years. It's only about maybe 2 or 3% of the veterans out there. They're going through some financial hard times. Okay, that caused their house to be foreclosed. So it's not a housing crash scenario. All right. So there's a lot of homes in the U.S. are owned by veterans. Okay, and only a handful of them they are going through some stressful situation for whatever reason. Okay. But anyway, so these VA foreclosure programs are not in the mainstream media, and but I have access to it. I have the system in place. Okay, so as you can see, these are some of the issues, what's going on, and so when I pick and choose government VA foreclosures, I look at all these metrics. I look at on a specific area. Growing economy, strong rental pool, appreciation potential, solid cash flow. So, and this is my top 10 markets for VA foreclosures, not in chronological order, right? So just again, pause the screen on your own, but this is my wheelhouse. I know from a high level all these strategic sub-markets throughout the country, okay? And mainly in the South and Southeast. That's my wheelhouse because the numbers make sense. 5% down, right? Imagine, right? The typical investors, have to put down 20 to 25% down payment under Fannie Mae lending guidelines, Fannie Mae's lending guidelines, right? We all know that, right? If you own at least one rental property, if you're watching me, listening to me, you know it's not easy to come up with 20 to 25% down payment to buy a typical single family home, right? If you buy anything higher than a single family home, if you buy a duplex or higher, Fannie Mae lending guidelines require that you need 25% down payment. All right, am I clear? So what it takes to qualify to take advantage of this unique opportunity for you out there, you need to have a very good FICO score. Like I said, 24 months as a landlord, full documentation loan. This is a VENDI financing, special 5% down VENDI financing, VENDE financing. Very unique loan program that none of you guys have ever heard out there in the mainstream media. Okay, and of course you have to ship. This is program. If you have at least $15,000 to $29,000 laying around somewhere, cash, whatever, right? That's all you need. Okay, that's all you need to enter this program. And here are some of the features of this unique VENDI loan program: 5% down, no private mortgage insurance, and so my investment criteria, the way I pick the property, if we work together, right, there's a small fee to pay me to worthy of my time. I'm a very, very busy guy traveling full time, luxury cruising, every quarter of the year for the past 3 decades. But I do allocate my time to help some of you, okay? One-on-one, we work in a collaborative manner, right? So my investment criteria for me to pick a VA foreclosure property my due diligence and underwriting requirement criteria, if you will, is that like this. I go after a select few, the B class or higher location, growing real estate market, strong local rental market, vetted local team, property managers, the whole 9 yards, long-term turnkey approach. Once you stabilize your property, once you close escrow, and then everything will be fine. So the 4-step process is consult with me, get pre-approval with the vendor loan financing, pay to one-time fee program, and identify and bid for the properties. I'll show you with that. Okay, so here's the typical process from A to Z. Once we together to identify a property, it takes about 3 to 7 days to pull the trigger, right? There's an element of what's that called? There's an urgency. Okay, I'm gonna have you make 5 to 10 offers to get one accepted, right? And these foreclosure properties like 10, 15 to 20% below market value, okay? Below the peak value of 2022 and 2023, just so you know, okay? And so here are all the metrics. Move fast, requires a sense of urgency, sense of a timeline. So what happens after you win the bid? Because these kind of foreclosures are listed in public. It's a multiple listing service. You're competing against 3 or 4 or 5 other potential buyers who's coming after this VA foreclosure properties. Understand? And yeah, so time urgency is of the essence, right? You get financial approval, escrow opened, you do the inspection. If you don't like the inspection after a further evaluation, you can back out without any consequences, all right? I do not believe there's a deposit. You may require maybe a couple of $1,000 deposit, which is refundable to the VA if you decide to back out an offer during the inspection period. Then, if everything goes well, you close escrow, and then you go through the process. The VA foreclosures, there are so many locations. I'm not gonna go over that. So how properties are selected for you? Okay. Each week I select around, several properties that meet my criteria among 50 or so listings out there. And I'll show you the website, okay, momentarily. Okay. And okay, let me see what else. Oh, so this is the website. Okay, everything's transparent. I mean, actually, in fact, you as an investor out there, if you're able to find this website VRM, which is out there, you couldn't do it on yourself. But the question is, I mean, do you have the knowledge, the resources, the effort, the wherewithal, understand this kind of system, right? So why not? Why not work together with me? Pay me a small fee, a reasonable fee, so I can help you, cut all the wasted effort on your part if you were to do it on your own, because I have a system and process and procedures in place. Okay, as you can see. So every week you see a whole bunch. See, there are 1,000 VA foreclosure properties listed all over the country on this website, right? How are you going to maneuver? How are you going to pick the right one for you that meet your criteria, meet my criteria? That's why I need to be your partner in evaluating this type of deals. All right. So again, exclusive VA financing, vendor financing for any real estate investors out there. You do not need to have any kind of military affiliation. You don't have to be a veteran. Just any investor that can, if you qualify, you can do this. Now, so every week there are like 10, 15, maybe 20 properties that are about to come into this website that are already going through the VA Veteran Administration. They release more foreclosure inventories. The price point is to be determined in a particular week until a week later. Then the price point will come out. The more details will come out. The VA listing agent will be attached to any of these properties. All right. So again, this is just this video is just for information purposes. Now, there are many ways, okay? There are many strategies, right? With this VA foreclosure, you can, once you have to know your criteria. There are many ways to buy VA foreclosures. And today's video, I'm going to show you to buy the via foreclosures, and you can ultimately convert it into a co-living property. Okay, if you heard of co-living, rent by the room model is the fastest growing real estate asset class. I'm currently helping investors to buy new construction, rent by the room, co-living, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom in hot markets in Florida and Texas. But these kind of new construction properties, single family home, 7 bedroom, 7 bath, it sells for $325K, and our duplex sells for $600,000, 14 bedroom, 14 bathroom, co-living new construction properties, right? But you need around $80,000 to $100,000 to buy this new construction co-living property. If you have this amount of money, great, right? Potentially you can work with me. I can help you buy this. But if you do not have $80,000 to $100,000 available for down payment to buy a $325,000 co-living single family home, 7 bedroom, 7 bathroom or higher, then you might want to buy a lower price property, regular government foreclosure, only pay 5% down with some rehab costs you have to pay out of pocket. And then ultimately you buy in the right market, and I will show you the real-time market so you can convert and renovate this single family home, convert and add some rooms and make it a co-living after renovations. Okay. All right, just bear with me. Today's is a unique situation. So we work with Pad Split, PAD Split, PLIT, Pad Split. We work with Pad Split as marketing, technology platform, and co-living property managers to help our investors to create this portfolio. Okay, co-living properties. And Pad Split have done a lot of research. They're all over the country. It's a fast-growing platform. So I'll be real quick, and they'll market the properties for you, and it's very efficient. Okay, Pad Split. Okay, they are your marketing partner, just like Airbnb marketing to short-term rentals. Pad Split is the co-living marketing platform equivalent to Airbnb and short-term rental. Okay, and so therefore. And so once if you're able to facilitate buy this government foreclosure through my effort, through my help, if your property is 3 bedroom, 2 bath, for example, after you close escrow, then you spend some renovation money. I don't know how much it's going to cost, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 to convert it into a Pad Split conversion from 3 bedroom, a 2 bath to 6 bedrooms, a 3 bath, whatever. So you can increase your gross rent from $2,300 to $5,000, just as an example. Just goes to show you how powerful this strategy is, right? And here are some of the deals that Pad Split, all these some of this strategy, right? You buy through distress, you buy turnkey property through the through the BRRRR strategy, renovation, those kind of things, right? And I'm here to help you. This is some of those co-living properties that are on sale, as listed in a Pad Split platform. So once you're able to buy some of this 5% down via foreclosures, then I will help you, and my team will help you to potentially convert this property into co-living, similar to what you see on here that are listed in the Pad Split platform. Does that make sense? Okay, I'll be real quick. Right, so I've done, like Pad Split have done all the research in various markets. We have identified Jacksonville, Florida, as one of the top markets for co-living property. As you can see by all the metrics over here. So this zip code 32210, there are 303 active units, co-living active units renting by the room to the workforce tenants out there, right? Rent by the room, very successful if you know what you're doing. Okay, so this is a hot market zip code for co-living playground, right? In Jacksonville, Florida, 32210. Keep this zip code in mind. Okay, this is a regular foreclosure properties that's listed on the VRM. This is one of several properties that I'm going to share with you. Okay, this is a real-time information, real time. Okay, this is amazing. This is such a niche marketing strategy, just such a niche investment model. It's just amazing. you're saving so much money. If you buy this kind of renovated property using the normal investment channel, you have to put 20 to 25% down payment. You have to pay all kind of renovation costs to make it a co-living property, 6 bedroom, 2 bath, or 8 bedroom, 3 bath, whatever the case may be, right? But look at look, this for VA foreclosure properties only listed for 200,000. 5% down payment is a $10,000 down payment plus closing costs of 3,000, 13,000, plus maybe some cosmetic repairs, another 5,000. Less than 20 grand, you can potentially bid and win this particular property. Okay, and then you can use my team, my co-living partners in Jackson, Florida, to help you renovate, add the rooms, convert it, and then pass split. And my co-living property management will help you stabilize the property by renting it out and go through the system and do this business. So don't worry about, okay, the learning curve is not that bad because we have the systems and process and procedures together because we are selling new construction properties in this market in Florida and Texas. So, my team been around for years and years and years. My builders, my housekeeping team, my co-living property managers, past split doing the co-living marketing platform. So just keep an open mind. All this is doable. But this kind of VA foreclosures, such a great deal in this particular zip code 32210, as you can see, right? 32210, this particular address, okay, and this property. All right. So let me see what else I need to show you. All right. And this is additional background of the pictures. And the interior looks pretty good, right? Only require cosmetic repair, and there's enough parking for 50% of the workforce tenants out there. The working poor, right? The blue collar workers, they rent by the room. They pay you like $800 per month, right? 6, 7 rooms. Believe me, I mean, zoning compliance, everything works. Okay, I'm not going to give you too much detail on the co-living model. We know what we're doing, all right? So the ample parking for those co-living tenants, right? The interior looks pretty on the paper, on the pictures, it's kind of hard to see, but I mean, this is not a gut job. This is not a full renovation. Okay, so that's property number one. Property number two is via foreclosures. Again, 5% down, no PMI, closing costs, and then minor repairs, right? Cosmetic repairs mainly. It all depends on case-by-case basis. And this one also in the same zip code, right? I mean, it's similar, 32205, only for the 183,000, okay? And then look at the nice square footage. That means you can add 2 or 3 rooms converted into a co-living property. Okay, no HOA, which is very, very important. Amazing opportunity, very good square footage, very inexpensive home, right? And then the past bit have these marketing survey that this particular zip code 32205 already have 177 active units, the co-living units, and they're renting fairly quickly, as you can see the metrics. All right, so it works. This government foreclosure property happened to be right in our own co-living backyard, if you will, right? It's just amazing. This opportunity, you cannot get this. You're not gonna find this kind of deals on your own. Nobody can, right? Because this is such a niche, specialized investment model. Okay, only I'm one of the few, if the only government VA foreclosure expert out there because not only am I a veteran, I'm a 20 years active duty retiree, and I've done all kinds of deals in the past 20 years in various markets in Florida, Texas, and a few other Sunbelt markets. I've done this for a long, long time, okay? And anyway, so let's see. Okay, here are the details. Okay, very good square footage. So the conversion of additional room is very, very doable. Yeah, everything looks good. By the way, you don't have to convert it to co-living. You can, after you buy the properties, you can make it a long-term rental. See, the long-term rental, I even did that. I did the advanced underwriting for you. I use a rental meter that go to the rental comp within a half a mile radius of this property. 20 properties in this type of a bedroom count is rented. So this kind of property, it have a very good rental to value ratio. So with 5% down payment, you should achieve break-even cash flow as a long-term rental. So you really, when you buy these government foreclosure properties, whether through the current listings I have for this video or not, you could normally you can convert into a long-term rental. Okay, long-term rental, right? Traditional long-term rental but in this purpose of this video, you're converting into a potential co-living as an additional option available for you, right? So you have two sort of exit strategies. Okay, so that's very good, right? Having a nice exit strategy after you close escrow, only 5% down. You're saving tens and tens of $1,000s by buying 5% down instead of 25% down. Okay, and then you can do whatever you want after you close escrow. I'll walk you through what's best strategy for you based on your goals and objectives. Okay, so the rental market is very, very strong in this particular neighborhood, and all these metrics show you. And the third property is another one, is 32209 Jacksonville, Florida. Is a very good co-living market, and I'll show you why. Okay, and this property is coming soon, so we don't even have the price point for this, but the metrics make sense. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, almost 1,500 square foot. So this address is up and coming. In about a week from now, the actual list price will be evident, and I'm pretty confident this is another potential to convert this into a co-living rent by the room model here in Jacksonville, because the zip code 32209 really fit into my criteria. As you can see, 32209, 340 active units of co-living operators or operating. So this is a very, very high concentration. Any kind of zip code. I mean, look, co-living is happening in 40 housing markets in the country, right? It's a fastest growing real estate asset class, rent by the room co-living. Okay, whenever in any particular zip code that have this many active units, okay, in a particular zip code, that tells you this location is very robust for successful co-living operators based on these metrics, because Past Split, this co-living marketing platform, have been around for eight years. They have done a lot of research on the ground, okay? So we don't have to do it. So look at this, okay? 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot, only $126K. 5% down, renting financing. Hopefully you qualify, you work with me one-on-one, whatever. We're talking what? Not even $6,000-7,000 down payment, plus closing costs of $3,000-4,000, like 13,000, maybe some rehab costs, like another few $1,000s. Less than 15,000, you can get yourself this property for long-term rental, right? It's that easy. But if you want to take it beyond long-term rental, traditional long-term rental, you can do co-living, right? And we can add 3 or 4 rooms into 7, and maybe 1 bathroom, 7-3. The cost of converting to a co-living property, and it all depends, maybe another 15-20 grand, right? But you starting at such a low bar, if you will, with such a low out-of-pocket money, and that will give you room to renovate into a co-living property, if that's what you want. If you don't want that, it's too much work, whatever reason you have, you could make it a long-term rental. You can rent this out for whatever, okay? And the zip code on this particular property is 32218. 86 active units, co-living operators operating in this particular zip code. Okay, so it's the number works. And then another property, 32218, another hot co-living zip code in Jacksonville, Florida. This government foreclosure properties is listed for $141,000. We're talking 10 grand down payment. Why? Who doesn't have this money? If you're a reasonable, successful real estate investor owning at least 1 rental for the past 2 years, I hope you have the amount of money just to put down $10,000-13,000 down payment plus closing costs. Okay, and this this metrics 32, 1544 can be converted to co-living once again to maybe 6-bedroom, 3-bath. Okay, and look at the amazing cash flow you can achieve by such a low bar, low down payment, single family home, built 1954, good back lot, and estimate. They even put down the estimated rent on this VRM website, 1644 estimated rent. So that means if the price you buy for 141, if it rents for 1644 with 5% down payment, you can get at least break-even cash flow for a long-term rental, right? But if you can convert this into a co-living at 3 more bedroom, and each bedroom is like is about $800 per month. So you just do the math. 3 extra bedroom to convert it into co-living is times 3 extra bedroom times $800 per month, like another $2,400 additional rental income. Do the freaking math. Okay, it's not a rocket science to do this kind of strategies. All you gotta do have motivation, have the commitment, have a I don't know, just average intelligence. That's all you need. So anyway, very cheap price for the money, for the value you're creating for yourself. And another property, this is upcoming. We don't know the list price until maybe a week from now. Okay, see, I've done all the rental market, how much you rent in a neighborhood per square footage. Again, the key is if you want to go this route, right? You convert a 3-bedroom, 2-bath into 6-bedroom, whatever, 3-bath, and you look at the additional cash flow you can achieve if you go that route. All right, even this property located in Houston, Texas, although it's 325K, but a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,300 square foot, this is a potential co-living property. If you don't want to do a co-living property out of this beautiful class A minus B plus property, this 5% down, do the math. 5% down is like $16,000 down payment, for $5,000 closing cost, 20 grand, and out of pocket. And based on the kind of a newer construction of the house, the cosmetic repair cost is very, very minimal. Then I look at the co-living metrics, the research in this Houston zip code 77004, 100 active units of co-living operators operating. So this is a very, very good zip code to transition to co-living property. But it's up to you, right? Same thing. Look at this property. It's built in 2021. It's almost brand new. Okay, 3.5 bedroom, 2,200 square foot. I mean, the adding 2 bedrooms gonna cost maybe 10 grand. That's it, right? Look, and there's not an HOA. You don't want to have an HOA on a co-living property. Okay, for important reasons. Okay, so this is a much better property. Higher quality is the A minus B plus class neighborhood, right? And look at the rent. Okay, the rent in this neighborhood within a half-mile radius, 27 properties, similar comp, similar square footage, rents for $2,800. Imagine that. Look at this. This property is 2,300. So a property 2,300 similar to this one rents for $3,200. Okay, I mean, look at this. The rent is very high, so the quality of the tenant is very high. You buy this as a long-term rental with out-of-pocket costs are like 25 grand, including cosmetic repair as a traditional long-term rental, with 5% down, renting for $3,000 monthly on a 325K house. This nice quality asset, you will at least break even cash flow with 5% down, right? Now you see all the possibility. Here's my contact information. Look, that's it, okay? That's a lot of information. You need to digest this, replay the video so you can truly understand the exit strategies, and this powerful strategies that no one else out there in the media have purview to this except me. Okay, all right. So take care. You know my contact information. If you contact me for a complimentary consultation, if you're the one that want to do this, all right? This is a big if. Thank you so much. for watching. This is SeeWing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. I will see you next time. I will show you more opportunities on a weekly basis. I will pick and choose other areas that make sense, and we can work together. We can make some deals. You can do this long distance, turnkey type. We have the system, process, and procedures. I know all the bells and whistles, all the intricacies of this kind of a foreclosure system. High quality assets, good neighborhoods, good cash flow, the whole 9 yards. Amazing. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.